Hi, Lee Phillips again. Yep, I'm still an attorney. Don't hold that against me, okay? What I want to talk about is how many LLCs can a person have? Is it wise to have multiple LLCs? Can you have too many LLCs? And the answer is yes. A person can have multiple LLCs. How many? It depends upon how good you are at keeping track of details. Because each LLC requires a certain amount of stuff to keep it running. You have to pay the state fees every year. You have to do a tax return. You really need to do the formalities of the corporate shield. The meeting minutes. You can't commingle the money. You have to have separate bank accounts. All of these things are required for each LLC. And so there's a lot of detail, a lot of work associated with an LLC. And I'm going to maintain that you can't maintain more than 3 or 4 of these LLCs. It just isn't going to work, guys. You just drown in your own paperwork. I had 2 doctors a number of years ago call me up from Long Beach, California. And these 2 doctors, they had 53 pieces of property. And an attorney had gotten a hold of them, and he wasn't using an LLC, he was using a limited partnership. And he said, you guys need this limited partnership. Today, I would say you need the LLC, but he said you need the limited partnership. And so he gave them 53 limited partnerships. He was good to him. He only charged him $5,000 per 53 limited partnerships. And then he said, by the way, California is very expensive. You don't want them in California. You want them in my state. Now, if you go to my state, you're going to have a registered agent, but it's only going to cost you less than $100 to set them up, not the $850 in California, and it's only going to cost you $15 a year, not the $850 every year in California. So you've got to have a registered agent in my state. I'll act as the registered agent. And by the way, I'm an accountant too. The guy says, look, you doctors, you're busy. I'll do all the accounting work, and I'll just issue you guys K-1s every year. You don't have to worry about it. And he only charged him $1,500 per 53 limited partnerships. I don't know if you're doing the math on the back of the napkin, guys, but this is getting expensive. In fact, these 2 doctors, they get me on the phone and they say, Lee, we're not worried about asset protection anymore. Our lawyer has all of our money. How do we get out of this mess? So don't let these guys shove you too far down the road. You're only going to have a limited number of LLCs. You got 10 properties. You're going to have 3 LLCs. You've got 2 businesses. You're going to have 2 LLCs. Or you're going to have 1 LLC to hold all the equipment in the business and the other LLC to be the operating portion of the business. So yeah, you're going to have a couple of 2, 3, 4, 5 LLCs. You get above 5, I'm going to say, really? But, and the real estate gurus, they say, oh, you've got to have a separate LLC for each property. Well, yeah, what you're doing is you're putting an egg in each basket. But you can't walk down the street with 20 baskets. How many baskets can you manage, can you walk down the street with? If I have 10 properties, maybe I'll have 3 LLCs. Now, make a logical division on the properties and have the strip mall in one, the Section 9 low-end rentals in one, the high-end rentals in another one. So make a logical division. If it's a company, I'm going to have my operating company. But then if I give loaner cars to people because I'm fixing their car while they're, and they need transportation while I'm fixing their car, I'm going to have the loaner cars in a separate company. That's a liability. So what you're looking at is liability risk and taxation. If I'm doing real estate and I've got some long-term rentals, I'll put the long-term rentals in one. I'm going to have it taxed as a partnership. Then I'm going to put my flips, the fixer-uppers, I'm going to put that in another LLC, and I am going to have that taxed under subchapter S. So these are the ways we use different LLCs for different asset protection needs, for different taxation needs. But don't go overboard, please, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, because I keep talking about this stuff. And you really need to get my LLC mini course. It's free, it's easy, you'll love it. We're going to more depth on the LLCs, teach you what you have to do to set them up and what you have to do to operate them. So get the LLC mini course, but don't get too many LLCs or you're going to be in trouble. I've seen a lot of people say, man, the LLC saved my bacon. But I've never seen anybody say, wow, 50 LLCs really were great. They always get overwhelmed and it collapses under its own weight. So just be conservative. You're going to use an LLC, by the way, today in preference to the corporation, the limited partnership, or whatever. In 98% of the cases, the knee-jerk reaction is, I'm going to use an LLC. Use one or two, but not 20 or 30.